It's close. It looked good, but it wasn't.
I knew what you meant, Hutto.
Well, it's cost them tonight, hasn't it, really? In the end, you look at the board, 7 goals, 13 to 11-7.
Well, do you think there's been a slight change of philosophy from John Worsfold? Normally he likes to play on that one-on-one brand and stay up the field with his direct opponent. But where we're seeing West Coast at the moment, there's John Worsfold on screen, they're pushing back large in numbers.
Yep. It did it in last year's grand final, Bossy. They hadn't done it for about, I reckon, 4 years. And in last year's grand final, he opted to have the extra player back. And that's something which, you know, I think when you've got the class of O'Loughlin and Hall up forward, you need to do that.
Kerr's off and running. Chips to Rosa. Did well to trap it. Eagles go inside 50. Great kick. And Armstrong on the second bite. Gee, Daniel Kerr's played an important last 2 or 3 minutes.
But he did, but the first one was back here.
Well, he's now up to 25 possessions. But just smart ball use coming through.
Tipped him to win the Brownlow this year.
Looks in a bit of pain there, Daniel Kerr.
Just from the hard work. As Brett Jones winds up. Ball still in play. And Kennelly will take it away for Sydney. Buchanan. Back to Kennelly. Not a lot to go to. Just gets rid of it in the nick of time. Kirk. He finds Matthews. Short to the wing, and O'Keefe.
Barry Hall surrounded by 4 Eagles.
He's telling them to get it down, to move it quickly, because he's going to have more than 4 around him soon.
3 straight kicks the difference. 8 minutes left in the match. Hall tries to do it all himself. Over to Fonstein. Broke the tackle. Good tackle by Prentice. Gets one back. And it's a free kick West Coast way. Here's Braun. Over to Waters. And his kick's good as it finds Matt Rosa.
Chris Judd back on.
There's Daniel Kerr.
When he came off earlier, he bent over. He was absolutely stuffed. He has run his butt off tonight.
Chris Judd has run 80 metres to get over to that contest. And, yeah, they're spending a lot.
And now he could put the finishing touches on here. Judd to full forward. LeCras from behind and Bolton from in front. Drags it down. There's still time for Sydney, but they can't afford to make a mistake. They can't concede another goal. They need to get things moving now. The Eagles have just been able to steady in this last quarter. It looked like a tide that it well and truly turned, but they've hung on. They've been superb, West Coast, and they're still going now. Still going strong, in fact, but it's alive for the Swans through O'Keefe. Ablett, nothing to really go to, and gave the Eagles a big chance through the middle. No free there with Prentice and Rosa, and Judd keeps on keeping on. Rosa to Prentice. LeCras at the back down there with Armstrong, but again it's Bolton. So they're repelling it from defence. In fact, they've had a lot more inside 50s for the match. I'll show you just how many in a moment. But finding that path to goal has been very elusive.
Well, Judd's averaged 29 disposals in his last 5 games against Sydney. He's up to 26 now as Sydney go deep, just blazing away as Adam Goods.
Sydney's kicking overall has been... You'd give their field kicking 6 out of 10 tonight. Eagles be 9 out of 10.
Prentice squeezed the kick out, and the mark's taken by Rowan Jones, and he in turn goes to a man who's really impressed tonight in Mitchell Brown.
There goes the cue stick.
He's got it. Too far out to score. Well, the Swans need 3 goals in 5.5 minutes, and the ball is in the hands of Quinton Lynch. A point would be handy here. It's a driving kick right into the goal square. Oh, Graham Fluke couldn't take the mark. Has another crack at it, and that is a handy point.
Well, we wanted an answer before the game about how West Coast were going to respond off the back of controversy over the whole pre-season, really. I think we've got our answer.
been stunning, really. The West Coast Eagles just shown how much depth they've got, apart from obviously the will that they've put on display tonight. Bolton trying to organise things off half back. Frustration showing. The Eagles just luring them into the pattern of play they want. And it's worked for them so well tonight. Cross half back, the Eagles have just had a wealth of numbers, and it's
and that shot there shows the wall that he's facing.
Hard to penetrate. Hard but not impossible. O'Keefe, O'Loughlin has not been able to really do much at all. And again, it's with Punda and Jones, and the Eagles ready to go. And some Swans fans, I reckon, just starting to head toward the turnstiles. They still have turnstiles?
Good point.
Barcodes.
To the wing. Rose's handball went straight to Goods, who's had a quiet night by his lofty standards. Rosa once again inside 50. The mark's taken by Kennelly. To Everett. How have you seen Everett's game, Rob?
I give Peter Everett a 4 out of 10 on what I've seen tonight. I'm a little bit disappointed that he's not fitter than what he's shown. He's had a bit, 6 months to get himself right for this one.
Free kick going to McVeigh.
Missed a couple of shots for goal that would have been very handy. Gave away an undisciplined 50-metre that cost them a goal.
Long kick by Dempster. It's a goal. That's a thumping kick.
Well, those that were just heading for the turnstiles, they've heard a roar, and they're turning around and coming back.
Well done. Little bloke holds his ground against 2 men.
And that is an amazing stat there. Inside 50s quarter by quarter, and you can see that Sydney have had so many more inside 50 entries, but they haven't been quick, certainly not in the first half. Took the ball in too slowly. Eagles had numbers back and they were able to run it out with ease. Been better in the second half though, the Swans.
History says the Swans will keep on coming. Chris Judd has other ideas, definite other ideas, and he's got some teammates too. Michael Braun. Only 14 possessions tonight. Barry Hall on the bench, so the Swans almost, well, you'd think almost conceding they can't win without Barry Hall out there. Rosa. Back for Braun, back for Rosa. Eagles in no hurry, really. If they can just hold on to the ball, they won't lose. Big Jamie Graham.
Chris Judd in picture there. 8 touches in this all-important final quarter. Daniel Kerr 6.
So boundary umpire there, ruling that it was touched, and then must have bobbled up and gone over the boundary.
Adam Goods has gone into the forward line. McVeigh now on Judd. This will be his 9th touch.
Just having crucial touches, isn't he?
Oh, he's a gun. There's his 10th for the quarter.
Time and time again. He's made sure there's been no Sydney avalanche.
Is he the best, Vossi, you think?
Oh, he's the best in the competition, absolutely. I mean, when Jonathan Brown's up and going, we can compare him, but I mean, Brownie hasn't played enough over the last couple of years for us to compare properly, but
it's Shannon Hearn there turning it over, so the Swans can run again, and it's Bolton. He looks up. Eagles still have lots of numbers back. Goods, can he get free here? Yes, he can. He's got to do something with it. There's the fumble. Goods sharing it around. McVeigh missed one earlier. Handballs this time. Phillips, they're still alive. They are still alive.
Goods going into the forward line. I reckon Paul Roos knew that to give themselves a chance to win the game with only a few minutes left, release Goods from the Judd tag, put him up in that forward line. We can see the pace of the big fella there, and it certainly put the Swans back in a winning position.
Eagles by 7. How costly might that rush behind be?
Perry, how good of Sydney, though. I mean, they've been outplayed for most of the night, you would say. And here they are in the final minutes of the game.
Back to Bolton.
Advantage paid. McVeigh to Kennelly. He's just going to pump it long. Goods attacks the football. Couldn't take the chest mark. Crucial spoil at the death. Not sure who it was. Kerr backs himself. Ducked ahead. Free kick.
Is it against Kerr?
No, too high.
Too high. You fended him off in the
Oh,
face.
it's going Sydney's way.
Fended him off in the face.
Well, I thought Kerr was caught too high.
He pushed him off in the face.
But he's given it for fending off. And now Phillips
Who's only about 5 foot.
can make it a 1-point ball game. Oh, that's fair enough, I guess, from that angle.
Doesn't matter. The size has got nothing to do with it. He
It's a
pushed
big
him off
kick
in the
for the
face.
young
It's
man.
very quick.
You remember this?
So Simon Phillips playing his 5th game of AFL football. He's kicked 1 career goal.
174 centimetres tall is the little man.
This to make it a 1-point ball game.
He's
Oh,
done it.
it's a point the difference! Can you believe it?
Of course you can believe it, Corners. It's Sydney versus West Coast. They don't play any other way.
I suppose he did put the forearm up, but you've got to also give credit to the little bloke for just standing his ground. He knew he'd get hit, did Simon Phillips. He got hit all right, but he's also kicked the goal, and that's all that matters. Sydney have got a forward line full of Eagles players. John Worsfold has dropped numbers back en masse.
They're all running back there now. They are surging back. The Swans are surging on the scoreboard. The crowd. You can hear them. Can they get it out of the middle? O'Keefe can. Hammers it forward. Hall's going to come from the side. Glass was wonderful, but it's still alive. McVeigh. Oh, Kerr, what a lunge. What a lunge. Daniel Kerr has been magnificent.
Magnificent chase, magnificent tackle. McVeigh asleep. Got to realise that they're going to hit you hard. He took 4 or 5 steps. You can only take 2 in that situation.
Match-saving tackles, those. Unbelievable effort. And Judd has come off the ground. He come off limping.
A long ball to the wing. Hunter's in there. Just be happy to hold it up and ice the clock. Can't be much time left.
There is nobody in the Eagles forward half.
There's Judd.
And there's Judd limping away. I don't know whether he's cramped or he's done something else.
1-point ball game. Eagles in front. Kerr in there again. Another bounce. Jolly against Seaby. Jolly missed the swipe. Rowan Jones. To half forward. Dempster spilt the beans. It was tough.
No one in the Eagles forward 50. If the ball gets kicked there, it'll be an absolute sprint.
Seaby tapped, went straight to Kirk. Kicks in the direction of Hall against Glass. Good use of the body by Glass. Handballs to Rosa. To Prentice, just banged it onto the boot. Underneath it is Jolly, the double fist shot by Kerr. Stood up, good handball under pressure to Braun. He collided with Fosdyke. Rosa's in there. Fosdyke underneath it. We'll have another bounce.
Could it be another 1-point victory to the Eagles?
Oh, surely there must be only a handful of seconds left. We've got no idea what the clock says, the countdown clock says. It's 28 ticked over now.
Quinton Lynch gone to full back.
Braun. Kirk, was it a free? No. Umpire put the whistle away there. Lots of Swans there. They just can't escape. The congestion, unbelievable. Who's going to break the shackles? Rosa got it away. It's over. Well, just another chapter in this incredible rivalry between the West Coast Eagles and the Sydney Swans. An unbelievable summer has produced an amazing effort of will.
Another extraordinary match between these two champion teams. West Coast Eagles 74 defeating the Sydney Swans, who came home with a wet sail 73. 1 point the difference. Swans looked out of it with 5 minutes to go.